I'm having to hold the camera because the light coming in, this morning light, is too bright. But that's just how it goes. This is the Lou stuck in the car, alternate side talking. It's been a while. I've been having some good luck with moving my car from parking it on a Wednesday spot on the weekend so that on Tuesdays I don't have to do the parking in the morning. But this last week, somehow I got stuck with this, not having to lug a lot of groceries into the apartment. Right. But such is life. Oh, I'm glad that, well, the guy who was parked behind me was an Uber driver and he was taking up a spot. He was there for half an hour. So I imagine he was having some trouble with his rate. Unless he was not an Uber, he was not there on Uber business and was just sort of like in some sort of prearranged thing. Because he was there for quite a while. See, the whole side of my face is blown out. Lame. Anyway, good morning to you. It is 7:36 here in New York City, 57 degrees Fahrenheit, and I almost forgot that I had moved the car today. So, but I did remember in time. That was a good feeling. And now, when I am done here, got to go upstairs, take my youngest son to nerd camp. There's some sort of a spring breaky holiday thing going on for kids, and I drop Asher off at like this Dungeons and Dragons camp place, and I'll come home and try to record some. I'm recording an audiobook, and like a legit audiobook, not like when I did The Human Centipede. A legit audiobook. I gotta figure out how to make this not so. Look at my whole. Oh, there we go. Well, if I do it up here, yeah, it's a comfortable place to be and to look at. Good morning. How are you? I don't like it being so close. Plus, my neck is all blown out. Anyway. Yeah, so back in the car. I did go buy some coffee at the place down the street. Not the Korean coffee place in the corner, and not the other coffee place across the street, but the coffee place in the middle of the block. And I knew I wasn't going to like it. Maybe that's coloring how I feel about it, but I did not enjoy it. It doesn't even taste like coffee. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's yesterday's coffee. They're passing off as today's coffee, but it's not fun. I think in the past I've thrown a jacket on the window to block some of the light directly bouncing on my face. Because I don't want to look like an android. You know what I'm saying? No, I mean... Oh, look at that. It's a lovely parade of kids and moms walking down the street right now. All kinds of different fashions. But it's New York City, baby. So much fashion. Anyhow, what have I seen today? So when I went to get coffee, I noticed that the guy in front of me, 2 cars in front of me, is nope, there's no winning. I noticed that the guy 2 cars in front of me is watching videos of like one of those crusher machines crushing shit. So he just had his like phone on the steering wheel and he was watching videos of people just one of those grinder things that you drop in like light bulbs, and then you were like, how can it crush a light bulb, or how can it crush a basketball? And
just get one of those hooks into it, and then it'll drag it down and crush it. It is mesmerizing, but I think that's funny. And then there was a guy watching a movie on his phone, a guy from the deli across the street who's parking his car, watching a movie. And then, who else? What else was happening? And then there's a lady doing her makeup. Oh, that's the On the Block report. I hope that that has been informative to you. And thank you to the people who are watching. Got a real busy week. Like I said, I'm recording this audiobook. And that is a chore because it's not like an interesting story. Not that it's not interesting, but it's a how to learn software book. So I'm a lot of, if you're into PowerShell, you might be able to hit me up for some tips and tricks in just a month. Yeah, it's been I've been able to do about 10 pages of this book a day, and I'm gonna drop off Asher and then get back home and start reading about how to do PowerShell. But it's something to do. And yeah, what's going on in your guys' world? Type to me and I'll see it. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, anyway, I've started watching The Tick. Hadn't seen The Tick yet. On Amazon last night. I was enjoying it quite a bit. I've also started watching Letterkenny, which is on Hulu, and some people really like. And so far, which is exactly what I said. So after that podcast, the book reading, and then Thursday I'm meeting a friend of mine from high school, in grade school even. So that's nice. And then like a 2-day baseball tournament or something like that. So I have to take my kid to go to play baseball. I mean, it's a full week. It's a super full week. Uh-oh, giant truck. Oh, nope, just a pickup truck. Phew. I was able to get up a little later. Just tried to do a little later wake up so that I could see how, if I got up closer to 7, if they were actually parking. And there was, but only like a couple spots on the block. And I was able to go from over there and back it up and put it right over here. Slick driving. I impressed myself. I know I made the Uber driver got a lovely parking spot. I've just been, that's what I'm thinking to myself. But I guess we'll see if I can figure out if there's a real reason for me to. Because certainly, I think there's not enough people playing Apex Legends and other people watching them. So why wouldn't people want to watch me? Just because I lose all the time doesn't mean it's not worth watching. What else is going on? Well, we had Easter. We did the egg dyeing and the egg hiding. I like finding eggs. They did a good job of hiding the eggs this year. I enjoyed it. No spoilers. But, yeah. Those guys from Pennsylvania. And that's like a 2-hour drive. They'd drive here and they'd be like, there's no parking. I'm like, yeah. My neighborhood's crazy. Don't you know we crazy? Cypress Hill. I think doing for the audiobook. This is the first time I've ever been paid to do an audiobook, so it's kind of an interesting dynamic for me. It's very, normally if I do voiceover stuff, what was the other one? Custom covers and canvas. Does your building need a custom cover and awning? Blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing. But it is interesting. But it's definitely a different type of thing that I'm doing, that's for sure. But gotta do something. Make some money. Indeed, I'm gonna drink some more bad coffee. Check this out. Well, check this shit out. Yeah, so I'm glad that the 2 people who are watching. I hope they're enjoying themselves. There's nothing quite like the internet today and being able to watch a guy sit in his car to avoid getting a parking ticket, drink some bad coffee. I keep saying I'm going to get more people to sit in the car, and then I don't, because it's an imposition, and I don't like imposing on people. And I realize I'm working through this, that people don't really mind being asked, and sometimes people are more than willing to come and sit in the car, but it feels bad to ask. I don't know why. What do you think, Doctor? What else? Oh, I also started watching second season. I watched a lot of TV last night. I watched the second episode of One Punch Man, season 2, and episode 2. It was entertaining. I enjoyed it quite a bit. As I said, I watched multiple episodes of the first season of The Tick, which I also enjoyed quite a bit. It's a strange show, but I enjoyed it. And they also shot a bunch of it by my old job on 23rd Street in Manhattan. And then they shoot a lot of it up by my wife's job up in Harlem. Why? That part I don't know. Other than, to be realistic about it, it's cheaper for people to live up there. But still, not cheap enough. And then I watched 3 episodes of Letterkenny again, which I was kind of like, I'm not sure I get this show. I find the rapidity of the dialogue to be perhaps too on the nose. Like they're just too quick. And also, the main character, the whatever the main character's guy's deal is, the guy who's very rigid. He does a lot of punching people and getting punched with 0 effects. And I find that to be unrealistic. It's almost like he has like Wolverine's healing factor. That's right. I pulled out Logan. Because like he got punched in the face a lot. And then he's just like, I'm cool. And the guy he got in a fight with is all beaten up. But he's fine, even though got a suspension of disbelief thing happening, or lack thereof. But yeah, it was funny watching that show. Not that show. We're watching One Punch Man. Talking to my older son about about the One Punch Man. He's seen it already. How many anime shows he has watched. He has watched a lot of anime. And, like, full. I don't even know how that's possible. Oh, I know. It's because he watches, like, whenever there's, like, a lot of dialogue, he skips forward to the fighting. But I was still, like, oh, ah! That's why I don't normally hold it. Because of my weak claw. Yeah. This person behind me is not going to be here forever. Who of us is, right? I don't want to get heavy. Let's see. If I did it like this, nope, it still looks terrible. I have to have the shade down. This is absurd. Wait. Oh, I could have done like that. Oh, no, I still don't think that's enough. Because it's down here. It's this light. Ugh. Anyway. Gotta love it. Woo! Sitting in the car. Today was the first day that I sat in this car and I got up and I was really like, this fucking sucks. Like, I've felt that way before, like, because it sucks. It does suck. There's no doubt about it. It does suck. Having to sit in the car once a week just to have a car in the city, it feels bad. But here I am doing it anyway. I mean, the convenience of the car on the weekends is amazing. Just I don't know why I bother. Just for grocery shopping or incidental, whatever, getting out of the city, it's a miracle. Because renting a car in the city is also absurdly expensive. rent it. You can't just go to the airport and rent a car. You have to show them a plane to having the car. It's very useful. But having to fucking move it from one side of the street to the other. I mean, there's not going to be a street sweeper. We had crazy rain. Not in a while. Normally I just do it like a robot. Like, it does not feel good to be in this car. Or just more, it felt more, it's more that it feels shitty to have to fucking get up and do it. Fucking New York City, man. It's the price you pay. This fucking sun on my face. Ooh. Guess it's not doing it any worse than it already is. But, time to drink more coffee. What do you think about them apples? Plus, you know, I get to pay car insurance and all kinds of other great stuff. Now, some people, and if you get a parking ticket, you know, you could expect to get like 4 parking tickets a month. Just eat it, because the cost of a parking lot here is like $1,000 a month. But yeah, it's a lot of money. But if you do that here, you get towed. So then that adds another $250 to the day. Now you're talking about $300 for the car and the tow, blah, 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 blah. That's $1,200. I'll just sit here and listen to the radio and fall asleep. Or strain my eyes playing games on the phone, and then I have a hard time reading after that. It's just a matter of fact. But I appreciate being called a Fruit Loop. That was once my favorite cereal. I used to eat that cereal like crazy. Toucan Sam. He follows his nose. I used to eat Apple Jacks. I had a very specific way of eating them. It's maybe too much information. But where I would like, they'd get soaked with milk, and then I would like suck all the milk out of them. And I'd make with the roof of my mouth raw because I was doing it too much. But both of those cereals I used to eat. I eat other cereal. Nope. This is odd. That guy just came up to me and gave me a head gesture. Like, am I moving? What a weird moment. Anyway, he was just like, I was like, no, and then he went like, and he drove away. But yes, lack of sleep equals short attention span loss, which is something I have. Yeah, I got 4 hours of sleep last night. Humble brag, not. Anyway, my time in the car is done. So thanks for tuning in, even if it is only briefly that you get to see me talk to myself, and I appreciate those who tune in and watch me talk to myself. I do try to interact if people do also interact with me, even if it is to come and insult me. I don't want this to be like the Crank Call Show, which was a show on public access when I was a kid, where people would call up and literally just be like, fuck you, man. And hurl abuse on this dude. But yeah, that would be bad. I don't think I would keep doing it like that. I don't know. Let's see. Could I weather the internet's brutality? Probably. Anyway, thanks for watching me sit in this car and complain about it. Oh yeah, I was talking about the cost of the parking and all that. Just reminding myself. Thanks for watching. I enjoyed sitting here and talking to myself in the car. That guy was very put together. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.